have it. Both guys gave it. You see the swelling and the bruising around the left eye of Pedraza.
Hey, let's turn that down.
Damage done.
Listen, this fight's going to end in a draw. Birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to be very honest. I took this week off because if I was going to take any week off, it would be if you haven't seen the boxing schedule, what's coming up, for example, we got Ortiz versus Ruiz next week, Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, or Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall the week after that, Canelo versus Golovkin 3, and then we're going to be riding out here, until well into the fall, until we get like, a weekend with no fighting or boxing of note. So I guess you can say, is this like the beginning of boxing season, this fight right here, or did it start with Danny Garcia and Jose Benavidez? Hold on 1 minute, take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. My bad, I was saying that basically I'm back full time. So, with Jose Pedraza versus Richard Commey, Commey, I'm going to say, is the bigger fighter, but Pedraza is the more skilled fighter. He first came on the scene for me when he fought Gervonta Tank Davis. Had fights with Loma. Very, very, solid career. 29-4-1 with 14 KOs, 33 years old. But he is kind of worn-torn. Jose Ramirez, Jose Zepeda, Vasil Lomachenko, Ray Beltran, Tank Davis, Stephen Smith, Andrei Klimov. So he's been around, but I just always felt that like 140 is too big for him, But this was supposed to be, like, in my opinion, like a retirement match. You see what I'm saying? Because there was no way that if one of these fighters were to lose, they were going to, be able to be in the contention that they were in. But anyway, let's play it. Let's listen to the cards. But this fight had draw all over it.
Main event between former world champions here. Tough to figure which way it went. You can definitely say Pedraza came on down the stretch. And you think about those last two rounds, they had to go his way. He came through and got them. You heard what was said in the corner of Richard Commey. They felt it was desperate that he had to give after it after giving away that ninth round with what Pedraza was able to do. How did the judges see it? Ultra close fight throughout. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds here inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tulsa, Oklahoma, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Henry Gary scores the bout 97-93, Pedraza. David Sutherland scores the bout 96-94, Commey. Gary Ritter scores the bout 95-95, declaring this contest a split draw.
A split draw. You had the heavy lean Pedraza 97-93, 7 rounds to 3. You had the slight lean Commey, and then you had the 5 rounds even.
I hate that on some episodes they make you switch over to the State of Boxing to see the post-fight interviews. But yeah, basically Gary Ritter just saved both of their careers, I guess. Their careers have been extended. Do you want to see a rematch? Will a rematch happen? Likely not. And I probably figured that maybe Top Rank and the managers and the teams of both of these guys probably would tell them, both of them, like, look, it's probably going to be it's probably going to be your last shot at, like kind of being on the way to something. So now, both of them are going to get more opportunities, but are they going to like rebuild? For example, Commey looked better. Like he was like boxing a lot more. He didn't get dropped because, that's been a history with him. But overall, they looked good. Let me change over to the State of Boxing. I hate when they make you do this, man. For the interviews. Let's see where we at. Do I type it in? It's kind of whack. But yeah, Top Rank on ESPN's next show from the UK is going to be Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall in 2 weeks. So I am loving that card with Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner on there. Where's the episodes? Oh, they didn't do one for last night? So are we not going to get post-fight interviews from Bernardo Osuna? Wait a minute, maybe I'm tripping. I'm missing something? Am I missing something? See, if you've noticed this desktop for... Okay, here we are. The desktop is a little confusing for ESPN Plus, their platform. But I want to hear the post-fight interviews because I didn't hear that. I fell asleep during Jared Anderson's come-out fight. He came out with the joints on, and I haven't even seen that fight yet. I did see Torres. Even though it was wild, he still knocked dude the fuck out.
Pedraza and Richard Commey, maybe not satisfied with the result, but let's talk to both of you guys because both of you deserve to be spoken to after this draw. Jose, what did you think when you heard the scorecards?
Esto es un deporte, hay que ir preparado para cualquier decisión. Yo entrené muy bien, trabajé fuerte para esta pelea. No estoy satisfecho con la decisión, pero es lo que se dio. Es lo que se dio. Hay que seguir trabajando por una revancha o lo que venga.
In this sport, you've got to be ready for anything. I'm not satisfied with what the judges determine on their scorecards, but it is boxing, and I'm ready. I prepared for this fight, and I can prepare for another rematch if that's what is up next. Richard, what were your thoughts when you heard the scorecard tonight?
Well, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought I won this fight, but it is what it is. This is boxing, and yeah, I think I give away a few rounds, and I understand, and it's due to the hair bar, and then the blood started going through my eyes, so I couldn't see properly. But then it is what it is. I still dig, and I think my first fight at 140, I should have dig a little bit more. But you know what I mean? Gabriel was telling me what to do, and we work on that, but I wasn't able to execute that. So I feel a little bit down, but it is what it is. My first fight, 140, and I believe next time I'm going to do much more better.
Now, your assessment is spot on in terms of how things change with the cut. It's only the third time you've ever been cut. How much did it really bother you, and how long did it take you to get over the distraction of being cut in the blood?
Well, I'm a warrior, and where I'm from, we fight. This is
I'm a
what
warrior.
we do, I fight, and no matter what, I will never give up. So it's one of the major things, and I think my corner, Mike Beazer, did a great job. He stopped the cars, like he tried to stop it as much as possible, so it didn't give me much of a problem. But I mean, this is boxing, and it is what it is. You know, I mean, we all warriors. We did what we could, and you know, I mean, it is what it is. We take it the way it is.
Jose, he wasn't the only one with issues with the eye. Your eye started to get inflamed since round 4. How were you able to overcome that issue? El problema del ojo, como él estuvo cortado en el sexto, pero tú desde el cuarto tuviste el problema de la inflamación. ¿Cómo superaste eso?
No, lo trabajamos muy bien. Sabíamos que tiene una muy buena derecha. Cogimos una mano y seguimos trabajando para no seguir cogiendo la misma mano. Creo que lo hicimos muy bien al neutralizar su mano derecha.
I think even though my eye was inflamed, we understood that it was done because he has a good right hand. So the entire night, the whole point.
Creo que lo hicimos muy bien.
Let me rewind this back. I want to read this to you, and let me see if I can fix my display here. Hold on. Just doing some video editing. Which one is that? Number 1. Boom. All right. Pedraza landed 165 of 496. Commey threw 684. Landed 149. My bad, it's early. So 149 landed for Commey, 165 landed for Pedraza, but Commey was more busier. 19 body shots from Commey to 78 from Pedraza. I was actually impressed with those body shots. Let's listen in.
Neutralizar su mano derecha.
I think even though my eye was inflamed, we understood that it was done because he has a good right hand. So the entire night, the whole point was to neutralize that right hand. And despite the fact that it was inflamed, I was able to do that. El noveno episodio, ¿qué se te metió? ¿Qué te inspiró? Porque el noveno y décimo fueron rounds cruciales para ti. What was your inspiration in round 9, number 10, especially that 9th round, though, when you really came on?
Mira, le coló una buena mano. Le coló una buena mano el cuerpo, lo vimos que retrocedió, aprovechamos ese momento y esos fueron los rounds cruciales que entendemos que por esos rounds nos merecemos la victoria.
I landed a great body shot. I felt that I hurt him, and that gave me the inspiration to keep going after him. And I actually believe those were the rounds that gave me the victory tonight, despite what the scorecards say. What's next? What do you want to do after this fight?
It is a draw. Obviously, I got to go back home and see my people back home. I love my people, and I got to go back there, do what I got to do. I got some few equipment from Cops and Cops kids, boxing equipment. I got to take back home, give it to my young people, those who want to do boxing, want to look up to me and do the great things I'm doing for Ghana. I got to go back there and do that, and then come back again, and then obviously stay in the gym and look what is ahead of me.
Y para ti, ¿qué es lo que quieres próximamente? What's next for you?
Mira, lo que la compañía decida realmente, nosotros venimos a pelear, nosotros nunca hemos rechazado una oferta de la compañía, pero realmente lo que venga, nosotros yo y mi equipo y yo queremos ese título mundial, pero de verdad, mi respeto a Richard Commey, lo que venga, una revancha o lo que la compañía decida, nosotros vamos a seguir trabajando paso a paso para lograr ese título mundial.
Look, I've never turned down a fight. I'm not going to start doing that now. So whatever Top Rank wants from me, if they demand a rematch, I'm ready to give Richard Commey a rematch because he deserves it, and I have the utmost respect for him. But ultimately, my goal is to win a world title once again. So whatever I have to do, that's what I'm willing to do. Thank you very much, Jose Pedraza. Thank you very much.
All right, so who's potentially next? I know if I watched the State of Boxing show, they'll probably mention some names, but he is still, I mean, it's a draw, so that's not going to really, like, lose him his ranking, meaning Pedraza. No, wait, I'm tripping. I'm sorry, it's early. Give me a little minute, man. I've been doing a lot lately. He's number 12 by the WBC at 140. He is not ranked by the WBA. I don't see Richard Commey's name anywhere. Maybe he's still at 135 ranked. You still down here, Richard? There he is, number 8 by the WBC. And he's been campaigning his whole career around 135 and 140, but this is supposed to be his official run at 140. And frankly, what we've seen from him, especially getting put down the way he did, going life to death against Loma, going life and death with Robert Easter, this man don't want to be at no 140. Bad things are going to happen to Richard Commey and Jose Zepeda. I never wanted him at 140, even though I consider Commey to be overall the bigger fighter, being though, you know, Pedraza was all the way down at 130, you know, when he fought Tank Davis. You know, as you can see, you know, I mean, like just looking at this right here, you know, 130, 135 to where, you know, Commey's been, you know, always about a division bigger than him throughout their whole career, if you get where I'm going. But, you know, since their careers have been, you know, like salvaged, I guess, or, you know, extended, there you go, that's the best way to put it, extended, because of, you know, the fight being a draw. Now it's about shit. Well, who's going to be the one to end one of them? I'm not saying send him into retirement, but knock him completely off of this fringe. They're not necessarily a gatekeeper. You know, they're like a level above, below a gatekeeper. I think that's fair to say, right? You know, Commey was a gatekeeper. Pedraza was like a former world champion, like gatekeeper-ish. But as I look at both of these fighters, my personal opinion is they're below like being a gatekeeper. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, nice body work from him, bro. Like it was overall good competitive fight, but just to see, like, it makes you wonder, like, how come I didn't see this fight being a draw before? And I'm not saying either fighter got robbed, you know, I'm just saying like it was a close fight, more so Commey the first half of the fight, and Pedraza the latter half. But if I were to give the fight to somebody, and looking at those punch, you know, I don't know. You know, a part of me wants to say Pedraza. You know, not just off of the punch stats, but, you know, it was a first half and second half of the fight and clean the punching type of thing. But I'm not going to be too long-winded. So who's going to be next for either? And both of these guys, whoever they fight in their next fight, can lose. I can't believe Victor Postol still's hanging around. But it ain't going to be Tio for either or. And Tio done already put Commey down. Maybe Commey versus Jose Ramirez if Jose Ramirez want to get a little tune-up when he comes back. Josh Taylor has vacated recently his IBF title. Regis Prograis and Zepeda are going to be fighting for the WBC title. Alberto Puello is currently the only WBA champion, and Josh Taylor is expected to fight Jack Catterall again, and Jeremiah Ponce and Sabril Matias will likely be ordered to fight for that IBF. And then you have Teofimo Lopez, hopefully, against Arnold Barboza in December, or who else? Arnold Barboza in December. And you have Liam Parrow, who's going to be taking on Brock Jarvis. Rumor date, October the 15th, the day before. Me and Big J did a whole video on it. So take a time out, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy. Also, my Fight View 360 boxing podcast is going full time this week. So I built it, kind of burnt myself out building it. I have episodes live now. For example, current and relevant episodes are Canelo versus Golovkin 3, my thoughts before, Usyk Joshua, Australian boxing. But now expect new episodes weekly, even depending on if there's media events, sometimes daily. It's the Fight View 360 boxing podcast, and the links to everything are down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you guys later.